Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums. And then the BTC Community Choir in the seats. All right, so here we are. Welcome to another Elevate Wednesday at the Victoria True Center. So delighted to see so many people here in person and whoever is joining us online. Thank you. To start off, I would like to ask, is there anyone here for the first time on a Wednesday? Ooh, look at this. All right, so we have 3 people here on a Wednesday. We have Lisa, right? We have Teresa, and we have Bryce. Let's let them know how happy and delighted we are that they're here. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Let's take a minute, guys. Thank you. All right, and so we are here, as per usual, to remember that there's only one thing going on, and that we're celebrating that one thing here. And so whether you call it love, whether you call it God, spirit, source, universe, creativity, energy, nature, the infinite potentiality of the quantum field, whatever it is that works for you, this is what we are here to remember is happening. This is what we are here to remember that is the essence of everyone and everything. So as we come together to remember that there's this one thing that is moving and grooving its way in through and as everyone and everything, it stands to reason that because there's just this one thing, each and every individual here, everyone online, everything that is, was, and ever will be is that thing. And here at VTC, we like to call it love. In fact, our mission statement is live life lovingly. So we're coming together to remind ourselves of that, to remind each other of that, and to celebrate and recognize and champion and activate the love that each and every one of us is. So how does that sound on a warm, sunny August Wednesday? Fantastic. And so let us also remember where we are celebrating the love that we are, where we are expanding our mind, opening our heart, and further activating our soul, that we are doing so on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, the Songhees and the Esquimalt nations, people who have stewarded these lands for so long with so much love and devotion and reverence. And when we take a look at some of the values and things that these peoples hold dear, then this is a call to action for all of us to do more of this. Learning and continuing to live in a finely balanced relationship with the seasons, the lands, the tides, the seasons of our lives that have sustained us. So if we make conscious choices, if we decide more purposefully and intentionally to connect with each other, to connect with the land, what an amazing opportunity there is for us to live and breathe and work and play and co-create together. So grateful to be able to do so right here, right now. And so, moving right along, we're going into some reflective music. Now, for those people who are here for the first time, we are going to move into an opening prayer right away. So in order to keep the magic spell that is going to be cast in, over the next few moments, if you want to show your appreciation to the band, do this. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. those cascading melodies and turns of phrase. Being reminded of the playfulness of life, of streams, of birds, of children, of baby animals playing. And so I'm so grateful to be reminded of the energy of life, of the playfulness and the creativity of life that is present in all beings, that is present in each and every individual here in our very time together today. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to feel this aliveness, to lean into this incredible, amazing, ongoing, eternal expression of life, of love, of joy, of that infinite vitality and dynamism and potentiality that is the very essence of everyone and everything. And so knowing that our time together today continues to unfold in joy, in friendship, in community, in creativity, and in wonder, I am so grateful to know that whatever it is that wants to happen next is already on its way and is happening and bubbling its way up to the surface with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. And so knowing that there is so much more to lean into, that there is always so much more love to come, I simply release my word as law, knowing that today's Elevate is already a beautiful, amazing, brilliant, expansive, opening, activational, done deal in the universal mind of God, in the infinite quantum field of infinite potentiality. So for everything that is here, for everything that is on its way, I am eternally grateful. So I release, I let go, and I bask in the joy and the fun and the love and the playfulness and the creativity and the friendship of life's loving flow, and so it is. Thank you, gentlemen. If you would like to clap for this guy now, please do. Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr on drums.
Does anyone know what that tune was?
Michael Jackson, Human Nature.
Human Nature.
Quincy. Thank you.
Okay, so as we're still grooving from the music that we just heard, let's lean into spiritual practice, our theme for the month, and our final opportunity for this month to talk as a group about it, because this is the last Elevate for August. We shall return in September. I think it's September 4th. Anyway, so spiritual practice, and the affirmation to go with is, every day I commit to expanding my mind, opening my heart, and further activating my soul. And so just for fun, I'm going to invite everybody to stand up, because this is a good one to declare out loud so that we can that we can hear ourselves say these words and we can feel these words vibrating throughout our body. So take a moment to check out that affirmation, allow the words and ideas to land and stir and activate where they may, and then we're going to take a deep breath all together. Make sure you have a wide stance on the floor, open chest and heart. And let's declare this affirmation together. Every day I commit to expanding my mind, opening my heart, and further activating my soul. Amazing. Okay, go ahead and sit back down. Kelby, that was some expansion happening right there. All right, so now is the opportunity where people get to share, a brief share, not a conversation per se, but just something that is coming up for you in this moment about spiritual practice, about this affirmation, or maybe about what we talked about last week, which was affirmative prayer as a spiritual practice. So, who would like to share something first? Glenn has the microphone at the ready as for you.
I'll start.
Good tongue, Teresa, right back there. Thank you.
May I stay sitting or do
If you want, yeah, that's fine.
Hello, everybody. Oh, that's on? Okay, yeah. First Wednesday nighter person here. Clearly, I'm not shy. But I am also not shy in a spiritual practice. I waver. I'm more disciplined, more dedicated, oddly enough, when I need it the most, like if life is, wobbly. Guess what falls off the table first? Is my spiritual practice. So after many years of doing that, I'm, older and a little wiser. And the one last thing I might share to wrap up is how essential this is now. It's a non-negotiable. We need ultimate self-care. This is way beyond just eating well, getting exercise, and sleep hygiene, right? This is essential now to dial in and love ourselves enough to show up for ourselves, I guess for me, to show up for myself. So I could be true to me, right? It's like breathing.
Thank you. So much in there that I'm appreciating. Use of the phrase word non-negotiable, that it's something that must happen because it is part of the essence of your beingness. Appreciating that you brought self-love and care into it because care was the very first spiritual practice that I talked about on the first Sunday of the month. And that kind of came as a surprise for me after being in a workshop the Saturday before on trends in ministry, where churches are succeeding and where they are failing. And care was something that was really, really vital for members of the community. For me, I thought, it's got to be a spiritual practice for ourselves because we need to care about ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We need to be kind and compassionate and cultivate that, not only for ourselves, but for those in our org and for our world. And so intentionality in the practice of care. How can I care more? And then the second one was affirmative prayer, being intentional with our word, and how every single thing we think, we say, we do is an affirmation of some kind. And so what is it that we're affirming? And then on Sunday, I talked about meditation, and finally the Sunday crowd got a little taste of everybody of Jesus and got the 4 elements meditation on Sunday. So we're talking about something else today, but so many things, and these aren't the only spiritual practices to consider, but something that is essential for you so that you can move forward from moment to moment to moment at the highest level that you possibly can in that moment. And we all waver. We all, some people will say fall off track or off the wagon or forget or whatever. But ultimately that thing that we are constantly trying to cultivate and remember that is part and parcel of our being, that's always there. So it never ever goes away. It can't go away because it is the essence of our being. So it's up to us to have these essential, non-negotiable spiritual practices in place so that when times do get tough, we are less apt to fall off the wagon or fall off track. So thank you very much, Teresa. All right, anyone else like to share something about spiritual practice? Saving it for the conversation later. Okay. Stephanie.
I was just reflecting, sometimes when I think of spiritual practice, I think it has to be this big thing. And last week, when we left last Wednesday in Norway, I know I do meditate most every morning, and it's like that essential piece. I don't start my day without it now. And I went home and I realized every night before I go to sleep, I always say the serenity prayer. It's like, wait a minute, that's a spiritual practice.
Yeah.
And it's like a 10-second thing, and it's just connecting in that moment. But that I just want to reflect on that. Spiritual practice doesn't have to be 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
It can be moment to moment in the day. And so that's what I was just reflecting on.
Thank you. That's beautiful. And thank you for bringing that up because, yes, a lot of people might think, oh, I got to have a special room or a special chair with candles at a certain time of day, and I've got to be doing it for at least 45 minutes or an hour. And here, yes, it's when you're going to bed, but every moment we have the opportunity for maybe 10 seconds to engage in something that is meaningful and thoughtful and essential that allows us to remember who we truly are. So thank you for that little nugget. That's great. All right, well, I think we're going to move along now to our feature tune. fellas.
Okay. This is a new one. It's kind of turning into some last year. Okay. Green tunes. And it's fun for me too because sometimes, we try not to over rehearse so things aren't stale when they get to you. Amen. 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 Amen.
there, spiritual practice, fun, joy, playfulness, right? Like if that doesn't allow us or invite us to come alive, like what does, you know? Thank you so much. What a gift. Every Wednesday, guys. Okay, so tonight, I actually don't have a talk per se, because spiritual practice is about practice, right? And so rather than stand up here and talk about what I wanted to bring forth today, which is visioning, we're actually going to do a little visioning. But before we go into it, what I want to talk about is how visioning, I believe to be an essential spiritual practice, because visioning is something that allows us to open up to the unknown, to the yet unexperienced, to the infinite possibilities of who we can become. Sometimes people confuse visioning with visualizing. It is not the same thing. Visualizing is holding an idea or an image in mind, and that image is generally based on what we have known, what we have experienced, things that have been a part of our life up until now. When we visualize, we are holding an image in mind so that we can realize that image in our real life experience. But when we are visioning, then we're opening up by asking questions and listening to what comes through. So we're not looking for answers, we're not trying to make sense of anything. We're simply opening up, we're tuning in to that incredible, amazing, infinite potentiality that is always available, and just allowing ourselves to connect with whatever it is that wants to come through. Okay? So if you have a journal or something to write with and you want to take it out, feel free, but it is not essential for this practice, because this won't be in this little container, that won't be the end of the visioning. This is an opportunity to sort of open the door, or a portal, if you will, and these ideas, experiences, connections, intuitive hits, whatever they are, can continue coming long after we walk out the door today. All right? So the visioning practice that we're going to do today is a shortened version based on Michael Beckwith's visioning practice. And so I invite you to get comfortable in your chair. I invite you to, if you are going to have something to write with, have it handy, although even if you have it handy, doesn't mean you have to jot anything down. And then I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever it is that feels comfortable, right here and right now. And so to begin, I invite you to start focusing on your breath, allowing it to soften, to lengthen, to slow down, noticing how it moves in and out through your nostrils, in and out through your lungs, and simply allowing that breath, that rhythm, to breathe you, to settle you, to allow you to dissolve and settle into this moment right here, right now. And as you continue becoming more intentional and relaxed with your breath, I invite you to bring to your mind's eye someone that you love unconditionally. Someone who is easy to love. It could be a family member or a friend. It could be a pet. It can be someone who is alive or no longer with us, but someone who, when you bring them to your mind's eye, makes your heart swell, allows your heart center to expand, to warm, to glow. I invite you to see their face, look at their eyes, see their skin, or their fur if it's an animal. Feel their breath on your skin. Perhaps feel their heartbeat. And just allow yourself to hold the vision of this beloved in your mind and in your heart. And now I invite you to drop down into your heart center, allowing the love that you feel for this individual, that you share with this individual, to expand, to amplify, to activate. And as we go through tonight's visioning process, I invite you to remain as anchored as you can in this feeling and this atmosphere of love. A love that is easy, that is pure, that is whole, that is essential, that is complete. And now, as we remain ensconced in and infused with love, I invite you to close your outer ears and eyes, and I invite you to open your inner ear and your inner eye. And as we move through this visioning process, I will ask 4 questions, which I invite you to ask silently in your mind of yourself. And as you do, again, we're not looking for any answers. We're not trying to make sense of anything. All we're doing is we're being open and receptive to whatever it is that wants to come through. Knowing that as we are tuning in, as we are opening up, we are remaining anchored and grounded in unconditional love. And so the first question for tonight's visioning is, what is the highest vision for my life? What is the highest vision for my life? Listening with your inner ear, observing with your inner eye, allowing your heart to be your guide. What is the highest vision for my life? Remembering to breathe. Remaining open and receptive. Tuning in to the unknown, infinite possibilities. What is the highest vision for my life? Remaining open to that question as we move on to the second question in tonight's visioning process. In order to realize the highest vision for my life, what must I become? In order to realize the highest vision for my life, what must I become? Remaining open and receptive. Tuning in with your inner ear. Observing with your inner eye. Allowing whatever it is that wants to come through to come through. Realizing that it could be a feeling, it could be a word or an image. And in this moment, it could be nothing and come later. Allowing yourself to be receptive to whatever it is and whenever it is that wants to happen. In order to realize the highest vision of my life, what must I become? Remaining anchored in unconditional love. surrendering to the unknown. In order to realize the highest vision of my life, what must I become? So continuing with that question and the first question, remaining open and receptive, as we move on to the third question in today's visioning process. In order to realize the highest vision for my life, what must I release? In order to realize the highest vision for my life, the calling on my heart, the purpose of my soul, what must I release? Knowing the release has a double meaning. There's releasing in letting go, and there's releasing as allowing or unleashing. So in order to realize the highest vision for my life, what must I release? Remembering to breathe. Remaining anchored in unconditional love. Allowing your heart to be your guide. In order to realize the highest vision for my life, what must I release? Remaining open and receptive as we move on to the final question of tonight's visioning process. In order to realize the highest vision of my life, what else? In order to realize the highest vision for my life, what else? Is there a new way of thinking? Is there a different way of being? Are there shifts to be made? Is there something to let go of? Something to become more aware of? Remaining open and receptive to whatever it is that wants to make its way through. Remaining grounded, infused with unconditional love. Allowing your heart to be your guide as you continue listening and tuning in with your inner ear, observing with your inner eye, in order to realize the highest vision for my life. What else? And so as we continue with the rest of our time together today, as we move into the coming hours, days, weeks, months ahead, I invite you to continue being open and receptive. Allow yourself to be immersed in unconditional love as often as we can. Allow your mind to be expanded, your heart to be opened. Allow your soul to be activated in new and different and exciting ways. Ideas may come quickly, they may come softly, they may feel like they're hitting you upside the head. They may come in dreams and conversations, as signs on billboards or in nature. Whatever it is that allows you to continue listening with your inner ear and observing with your inner eye, allows you to remain open and receptive, I invite you to practice that. And as you continue moving from moment to moment to moment, to remember that every single moment is an opportunity to heal, to grow, to expand, to connect, to lean into the unknown. As we remember that no matter what is going on, we are infinitely more powerful, creative, and resilient than anything we could ever think, believe, or feel, than anything we could ever experience. And every moment of every day, that essential love, that intuitive wisdom, that divine guidance is always present to lead us to who we can become. Our only job is to let. So I invite you to take a big nourishing breath in and release. Receive another big, life-affirming, nourishing breath in and release. And receiving a third big, life-affirming, nourishing breath in and release. Returning back to your normal breath. And when ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And just like earlier with meditation, if you need a little bit of extra time to come back into your body, into the room, I invite you to move around. Take a sip of some tea or water that will help ground you. And then we get to move into our conscious conversation. And you get to talk about whatever it is that came up for you. And if nothing did in this moment, that's okay. All right, so groups of 4, and I encourage people to talk with people that they maybe didn't talk with last week, so you can have some different perspectives in your group. And then we'll take about 10 minutes, and when we are done, I will ring the meditation bell and start them back. Thank you.
But doesn't mean to say that I really suffer. Often I come here, I need to read work or you know. So it's very easy to what I do is I don't practice it, it just happens. You know, around here, we try. I often don't look for myself as much as I can. You know, often we have this. I have some partner and you have others. But sometimes I thought that it's not just it's fine. You know, we can find it,
Trying to understand.
not very long though, because they like it stuff. And we got so far. But it shows that we just have this. That's what I was thinking about while she was talking. The other point that you pointed out, I'm trying to figure out what's not missing, expanding more, these other questions that she was asking.
When I'm not seeing it.
That's not the other thing I was talking about.
I've been so focused.
I could, but I'm not so this person going to yeah, lower. Okay. Yeah. Images, I know what they're.
Yeah. Sensation.
Yeah.
And then some words. There's this feeling of what do I need to release?
Right.
And what else? Yeah.
Yes.
Release, become.
First one.
What is the highest vision for my life?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, the highest vision was just the edge. So, not really the words that I could release.
That is spiritual vision.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, I was there too.
Yeah. These are our words for that, necessarily.
more spiritual than I am. Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's easier to get along with animals and people because it can be more simple in some ways. Or you can have unconditional love. I'm not saying I don't love family or friends, but sometimes it brings up some resistance of arguments or other things, especially with family. I mean, a lot of people say that about their family. They would rather be with their friends than family, right? So I was thinking of my cat too, and then I thought, I should probably focus on maybe my aunt because she's very loving and great person and that. But then I kind of went back to my cat too, right? Right? Yeah. Right.
They're sort of like, so you have like all the parts that are like coming together, and then ultimately like a synthesis and then a release from that, so they want to bring all these things together in their life, but ultimately like have like a whole changing process that culminates in that.
Right.
Keep that so I think do it today, and then just like live that life. And I'm sort of like so yeah, I think it's sort of integrating into like this mountain, releasing, and sort of like the what is introduced to limitations and things that will come back after. And then what's the last one? Like the first what's next? Oh yeah, find the next.
Yeah.
So what else?
And what else?
Now it's explaining it.
Maybe I better go see another group.
We're still up, but we didn't have a cat either. There's still 3 to do.
It's interesting what you said about like releasing two ways, right? Something that you had like burdens, and also just as like an energy release. So that's two different
Yeah.
that was kind of neat.
Some people like me, but it's their thing. Thank goodness.
Okay, so go cats.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, lady? I'm okay. So that's a lamb. Mine was frightened that I feel as I've worked over the years. It was sort of my very first spiritual connection. I became aware of who does we talk about it. Every connection was so heartfelt, and I found through the process I had to keep coming back to that because then I'm like, am I in my head? What am I doing here? So I just kept coming back to that sort of unconditional acceptance we had of each other. It was just wonderful. I'd never had a conversation or been able to talk to a person that fully before. I probably met him in my mid-20s, and we just had friendship over certain He was actually the one that started me on my journey to want to live. So it was interesting. So he's had a very
2-minute warning, 2-minute warning.
in my life. I kept going back get out track. It's like, no. Yeah.
What I find interesting is that I'm always thinking about positioning myself. Somebody else.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's our ego, you know, and trying to tell us things are not true about ourselves from the past, you know, maybe some past trauma or pain, I guess, or from a past life too. It builds up, you know, so it's kind of a battle where how do you free yourself, right? And not let yourself, you know, unconditionally. So I think we all deal with that, you know, some more than others, I guess. So yeah. Yeah. Love climbing them, right?
It's not the face of the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I just, I couldn't think of what else, really get past some of the first things she was talking about. Some of the puzzle
But that's okay because she said it will come. Right? So I think that's, for me anyways, it's like expectation. Like you just say what's last week, like rather than, okay, it's here and trust that it will come. When it's time to.
So what else is kind of what else is there?
That's what you're saying about loving yourself. It's not like great. It's not like clear. It's like, pretty adorable. And then I tried it on my heart. See, when I think about thinking no one's there. So anyway, the version of yourself, it's like you want to say, this is and then it became a little shit.
I felt something like that. Yeah. Not where I do remember when she was talking something about this place of that. I wasn't super conscious of it. I mean, still practical for me.
Yeah, I noticed that the further I went into it and that kind of focusing on the heart and that opening and that unconditional love, the more I noticed the tension.
That was in like the thing like I feel like lying against her very makes me think of like some substances that when you're like jiggle them like dissolve or something like like a clay or something almost that like vibrates and dissolves. It's like clay like formation of the body and that sort of vibration. It starts to like come in and she was some sort of like little vibrating and almost like dissolve its own tension.
That's a pretty cool.
That's a very good.
Yeah.
You're quite people for sure too. Almost.
It's hard. But the jingle from
Must may not be water, right?
There's some truth in that too. Yeah.
Jello doesn't do that though.
Maybe that's what she's telling us to do this to shake it. Maybe.
Jiggling mouth. Next week.
Yeah, without knowing the context at all, jiggle your mouth. Wow. Thank goodness there's no elevator. Over there.
Feel better now.
Maybe I'll forget by before.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your presence, your energy, your and your enthusiasm and engagement. Okay, so now it's time to love and appreciate, show some appreciation and love. So, whoever had something to do with today happening, please rise so that we can love you up. Pablo.
Wake up instead.
All right, and I know that some people are going to help clean up, so come on. Come on.
No, I have to go home early for the
All right. Okay, so let's love and appreciate these people. We appreciate you. We love you. We celebrate the vision in you. Oh my gosh, I didn't know what you guys were talking about. Get up here.
Take smart.
All right, now everybody else, I don't know what is happening here. Everybody else stand up.
It's all that visioning.
Okay, we appreciate you, we love you, we celebrate the vision in you. And now find one person and change those we's into I's. Who's my person? I appreciate you, I love you, I celebrate the vision in you. Thank you. All right. And then as we keep the love and appreciation going, you can go ahead and sit down.
Lost total control.
Do I play now? What happens? We are here at the Victoria Truth Center, which is a super cool place, a super fun place to hang out apparently. On Sundays, Wednesdays, 4th, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and a whole bunch of other times in between. We're also a charitable organization, and so we champion other organizations in the community in Victoria that inspire us. And so the more that you guys give, the more we get to give to other organizations. And so this is also about generosity and sharing our prosperity and sharing our abundance. So if you are capable of giving some of your love in terms of financial donations, then there's a silver bowl over there on the back table. There are some envelopes here. Please fill out the information so that our treasurer knows who to credit. And you can put it in the silver bowl. If you would like to donate by e-transfer or by, credit card is not working today, but by e-transfer, there is a sheet that we ask you to fill out so that she can match up the e-transfer to whoever it is that is giving. However you are giving of your love today, I'm going to place your hands in your heart as we declare the abundance affirmation together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so as we continue with the gratitude and appreciation that is building, I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever it is that feels good and nourishing in this moment, knowing that that appreciation is indeed building, that the generosity, the prosperity, the abundance that is our natural state of being is constantly flowing and moving and grooving its way in through and as our growing, evolving community. So for all of the love that is present, for all of the love that is being offered, knowing that every single cent that is offered is going forth to multiply, to heal, to prosper and bless, I'm so, so, so grateful to know that all of that generosity, all of that prosperity, all of that abundance is pure, essential love expressing. So for all the love that is here, for all the love that is on its way, I simply say thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. Announcements. All right. Next 9D session happening this Saturday in 3 days. 2 spots left. So if you would like to join for this next transformational breathwork journey, it is the 5 trauma imprints, then please let me know and we'll get you registered. Celebrate happening on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here, similar to this. Some of you guys have been, slightly different vibe though, because it's a Sunday morning. This Sunday, we also have our monthly healing circle happening right after Celebrate. We just gather in a circle here. No previous experience required. We just come together with all of the prayer requests that come in, and then we hold intention and pray affirmatively for the healing and revealing of everyone who is being prayed for. Authentic Relating Games happening here, finally back inside. Bernice is bringing it back from the wild and into UTC. And so happening here on Sunday from 6:30 to 9 p.m., $25, everyone is welcome. And the theme is Empowered Nourishment. And then coming back in September for the 4th week, we have Music and Mantras on Monday, September 23rd. Elevate Your Creativity, the art workshop series, coming back on Wednesday, September 25th. And Radiate Spiritual Salon coming back on Friday, September 27th. If you would like to be more involved in the community, I know that you guys have skills, you guys have stuff, you guys have ways that you can be of service. Please let us know how. We would love to help you help us build community together. If you or someone you know is in need of prayer, there is a little box over there with some prayer request forms. Please feel free to fill it out for yourself or someone, as many as you want, and then our VTC prayer team will pray for you and yours affirmatively. If you aren't already signed up for the newsletter, there is a clipboard on the back table there. It is the best way to keep in touch with what is happening at VTC and when. Community announcements. Anybody have anything you'd like to share with the group?
Pablo's playing on Friday.
Pablo's playing on Friday. Herman's?
Friday 23rd.
Oh, 23rd.
So that is next Friday. Okay, at Herman's? Is it a dance night too? Or just, yes? Are you going already?
I haven't got tickets yet. Herman's is on U Street downtown.
It's still there.
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah.
It's the same
Oh,
Herman's.
okay, I thought it closed.
No, they were.
Upstairs, no, the upstairs part
The
closed.
downstairs.
All right, okay, fantastic. So this brings, oh, right. And remember your little cards. I don't have one at the front. It is the end of the night now, so how are you feeling now? What are you thinking now? Just 1 or 2 words on that second blank, and then if you could just bring them to this meditation bowl at the end, that would be great, okay? And otherwise...
Put it in the bowl?
Yeah, put it in the bowl, that's great, yeah, thank you. Pencil's fine too, yeah. And we're gonna do, I hear music in the air, right?
Yeah.
Closing? All right. And there are no lyrics. Kelby's gonna tell us how to sing. What to sing.
Oh, yeah, good.
All right, so everybody, once you're done writing your little essays.
Do I have to put my name on it?
Where's
No.
the container for the pencils?
It's over
Thank you.
by the silver bowl.
Thank you. All right. Yes. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
I was out for you.
It's to the right of the bowl.
All right, so here we go. We're going to hear some music in the air. We're going to hear it everywhere.
Or there.
Are you ready to party?
Stand up, stand up.
That's a great no words printed because you don't need. I'll just tell you all the lyrics now. I hear the music in the air. I hear the music everywhere. We say that again. And then we say, I feel like dancing. That's it. And then maybe the second verse, instead of music, we say, I hear the rhythm or something. But I'll guide you. We'll get to it together. So the most important thing we use, I don't know if this is I think C. People see. Maybe like it's kind of like a Mozart. So like
I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing today. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing today. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing today. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing today. Great, that's the whole tune. Now I'm going to go over the drums, and it's going to be up to you to sing even louder, dance even louder. And maybe we'll pick up the tempo.
And Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums, the LMA Trio.